Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on E!
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. And with that sack, partner, he just became the all-time NFL sack king.
So now the Mount Rushmore of sack artists has been added to. This man now goes to the head of the class. Carve out a new spot for him.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that'll make it third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now one in the first quarter. What do they do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Gun.
Jackson from the shotgun. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. They give them a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He's going to get it running right. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And, boy, what a great defensive play there. Weren't out leveraged, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that?
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now back to throw, and he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This one from 35 yards away. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Ultimately, that did not work out for the offense, but they have to feel pretty good about the play overall. They were so close to having that thing pop for the yardage they needed, but instead, they actually lost yardage on that one.
On 2nd down, Cook uses the spin, and again the footwork. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent game,
Still
but all
first
for
down.
naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
Cook following the penalty.
Holding. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage.
Still
It's
first
going to be
down.
canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Blue 90.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 17 there, and it'll be second down.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Barney.
On second down, here's Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Watch it now, Barney. What's the motion? Back 99 Philly, here we go. 51. Gun.
On third down, Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Check four.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Handoff comes to Cook, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said it.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Watch the shift. Watch you now, Barney. Switch gears.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
On first down, Scott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The toss out to Barkley. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Gone!
On 3rd down, Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll go to Barkley again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Barkley, toss play left. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
A toss to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call.
Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
We got three. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to the ground. This time, Cook. Open space inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
Cook on the toss left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. That is caught inside the 5. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. I got you, boy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. Blue 90.
They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He is fully awake now. If he didn't get off to the start that he normally does, they've got his attention. He's running it well.
You think they set off the alarm clock at the half? You think that's what went down? I know this, having played on the defensive side of the ball, if you do a really good job against a great runner, and you go into the half, you're excited, you're fired up, you think the game plan is working, but in the back of your head there's that little bit of nagging doubt. Can we do this for 4 quarters? So far, that's not happening.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Leopard! Leopard!
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Carlson now to kick this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Still 1st down.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Now let's go! 3-19!
They're going to look to throw. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Day. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Time for a break. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Scott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw now on first down. And this is caught out for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 19-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Now Jackson. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. It's Barkley on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Minnesota, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get it.
You